Oh, I hope people are doing well today. I thought I would do something a little bit different. Going to go through a Ravnica Allegiance draft, at least the draft portion, and then kind of talk about how the decision process goes. So let's begin. Anyways, well, opened absurd mythic. That's a good start for a draft. Yeah, Rakdos 6/6 flying trample, a lot of other text that sometimes works in your favor, sometimes it doesn't. I don't think you draft specifically to support this card because I think there's how many demons, devils, and imps are there in this format? Like a carry on imp, rafter demon, and footlight fiend or something, but yeah, I mean it's still a 6/6 flyer and the absurd. Other notable cards: Vindictive Vampire, 4 mana, 2/3. Whenever another creature you control dies, Vindictive Vampire deals 1 damage. That's like a Blood Artist, except it doesn't. Actually, no, it's more like Zulaport Cutthroat, but it doesn't trigger off itself. But it has like a more relevant body, because like Zulaport Cutthroat was a 2 mana 1/1, 4 mana 2/3. Daggercaster, 4 mana 2/3, deal 1 damage to each opponent each opponent's control. So it's like the budget Chain Whirler, has some synergy with Blade Brand, the 2 mana instant to give a creature death touch until end of turn. Biogenic Upgrade can be really good. If you have +1/+1 counters already on the creatures, it's significantly better. But like the worst case scenario, +6 power and toughness, 6 mana, speed. Then there's Dead Revels. It's actually really good in this format. 4 mana, return 2 creatures. Most of the time, you're going to be paying 2 for it. But the format's slow enough that you actually want to have at least one of these in your black decks. And there's a Summary Judgment, which 2 mana, deal 3 to target tap creature. If you cast a spell during your main phase, it deals 5 damage to a creature instead. This is decent in the typical Azorius deck where you want to be defensive, but it's pretty bad like when you want to be aggressive, and it does nothing versus Vigilance creatures, which there are some. And then Law Mage's Binding, 2 mana, Flash Speed, Arrest. The 2 color Flash Speed, Arrest. I'll take the Demon here, move on from there. This pack is less exciting. There's an Orzhov Racketeers, 5 mana, 3/2. Whenever Orzhov Racketeers deals combat damage to player, that player discards the card Afterlife 2. Mostly it's the Afterlife 2 that's like interesting, because like a 5 mana 3/2 is not really that exciting. I mean, I guess the thing is most of the time this is going to trade for like a creature or a Scorch Mark. If it trades for Scorch Mark, you don't get the tokens, but if it trades for a creature, you get 2/1/1, so then it's not that bad. And most of the time people will like snap block it because they don't want to discard their card. But you know, if they don't have any cards, then like they might just take the 3. Zertog Goblin, 2 mana Riot, or Chillbringer, 5 mana 3/3 is not bad. Tap effect. And Azorius Night Arbiter. I'm thinking I want Zertog Goblin or the Chillbringer. I could take Orzhov Racketeers just to stay in color. It's a little bit I don't think it's that great. I could just splash the Rakdos and be pretty happy. That's my thinking. I'm not like a huge fan of Orzhov Racketeers because I think it's a little bit overstated or it's overcosted for the stats. And Chillbringer is Chillbringer is probably the best card, but it's also like really out of like the color pie that I want to be working in. I think I just take the Zertal Goblin here. attack. Spirit of Spires. 4 mana 2/4 other creatures you control flying get +1 toughness. That's not bad. I mean, 4 mana 2/4 flyer is something I would play. It has a little upside if you have other flyers too, because it bumps them. Dovin's Acuity, you can make some really sweet Dovin's Acuity decks. Just being able to like turn all your instants to draw a card. It is kind of slow, it's 3 mana, but the format's kind of slow enough that you can get away with it. Combine Guild Mage, slow, but it can be really powerful in the right deck. Being able to like pump creatures, give them additional counters when they enter the battlefield, or move counters around in middle combat, for example. Final Payment, removal spell. A little bit expensive in like multiples. Yeah, I could just take the Spirit of the Spires and do Mardu, and I'd probably be happy with that too. I think it's a little early to take the Final Payment. And I think most of the time when you see Dovin's Acuity in drafts, it'll actually wheel, so I don't need to like this early. I think I'm just gonna take the Spirit of the Spires. Carnival Carnage, Gate Colossus. Carnival Carnage. Deal 1 damage to target creature, player, or creature or planeswalker, and 1 damage to permanence controller. And then Carnage is basically like Lightning, except it costs 4. Gate Colossus. This is kind of like the bane of my existence in this format because it's really absurd. Like if you get enough gates. Then there's another Final Payment. I'm probably just gonna take the Gate Colossus, though I wouldn't fault anyone for taking Carnival Carnage. Now I'm actively interested in taking more gates. Another Spirit of the Spires. Plague White. Mana 2/1. I mean, this isn't really great. I think I'd take another Spirit of the Spires. I don't really want to submit Guildgate here. Ill-Gotten Inheritance might not be bad. I could do something really dirtily. I might just actually want to take the Guildgate though. They do have Gate Colossus. And they do have a Rakdos the Showstopper I want to splash for. I'm probably not playing Dog. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Rakdos. Well, this is really weird. I could take Thanks to the Guild Pact. Like, I think the best card here might be the Essence Capture, but it's so far away from what I'm doing. I could just jump into Azorius. I don't know if I actually need Sphinx of the Guild now when I have Gate Colossus as like my finisher card. TBH. Let's take a Sphinx of the Guild Pact. Another Gate Colossus or a Rakdos Guild Gate. Why, this is pretty crazy. Take the Gate Colossus number 2. Gateway Plaza is probably something I'm interested in now that I'm doing like shenanigans. No more gates, sadly. I think there's a cat. If I do want to do Orzhov splash the Rakdos. Also, the 2 mana 1/3 flyer is not really bad either. It's something I could see myself playing. I mean, this is mostly there to like stall, I guess, until I play Bomb. It is a little bit mana intensive, like having to leave up black mana for this, and it might not necessarily always have it black mana available. I'm gonna take a 1. I think the best card here is probably the Sage's Rose of Savants. Also deface. I just want a sideboard card, but yeah, expose the daylight. Sure. This is best of one, so I'm probably not going to be playing this. I guess cat. Either expose the daylight or bankrupt. I'm not going to play bankrupt in blood. Okay. Let's see. So I see Growth Chamber Guardian, which is pretty good. 2 mana, 2/2, adapt 2 for 3. Whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on Growth Chamber Guardian, you may search through your library for a card named Chamber Guardian and reveal your hand and shuffle your library. I don't think you ever really get to actually like the second part of that doesn't really matter. It's mostly just like it's a turn 3 4/4 or whatever. You pay 5 mana for it, but you pay it over 2 turns. Good deal. There's also Code of Constraint. It's like a creeping chill. It's not creeping. Sorry, crippling chill or a befuddle, depending on how you use it. The downside is it's not as necessarily good as crippling chill because you need the main phase it to get the crippling chill effect. Ability. Rule Beastmasters, not bad either. Just being able to like pump up another attacker. Oh, there's a Civic Stalwart. I haven't seen those in a while. Blade Juggler. And a Long. I kind of suspect Black's not very open. But if I do still want to play the Rakdos, I don't necessarily want to play bad Azorius. I think Azorius might be more Rakdos is. I think I still want to take Blade for here. Because it's good in both Orzhov or Rakdos. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Rampage Land. This card doesn't really do anything. There's an Archway Angel, which will be good if I'm in on the gate plan. Also Senate Guild Mage, which is really good. Just being able to loot. It's like really hard to like beat this card, basically. Like if it's in play and you don't have a removal for it. There's also Scorch Mark. Quite fine. And a Rakdos Guild Gate. I kinda just want to take the Rakdos Guild Gate. Here. Okay. Another Archway Angel. And there's a 2/3 flyer, a Junk Troller. Fairy Duelist. I mean, I guess the Azorius is still coming around decently. What's my curve look like at the moment? It just kind of looks like this. Probably, like I said, not playing the Zerthal Goblin or the Sage's Rosavant or the Feral Maka. I don't really want to play that either. I think I just want like an early game card, so I might just take the Plague White, so I have a more likely chance of getting a Juggler in. I mean, I want to fault someone for taking the Syndicate Messenger also, because Syndicate Messenger is like good at stuff. It's like I guess a Spirit of the Spire for the Syndicate Messenger too. Take the Syndicate. Imperious Oligarch, Cry the Carnarium. Cry the Canarium dealing -2. All creatures get -2/-2 on the turn. Exile all creature cards graveyard to put their battlefield this turn. If the creature would die this turn, exile it. This actually isn't that great in the format. This is best of one. It's not like likely to take it. I'm just gonna take the Imperial Oligarch. Rakdos Guildgate again. Not bad. Frenzied Earrings is like the best card. 4 mana, 3/3, Riot Trample. Pump ability. Rakdos Guildgate. Dead Rebel, Senate Griffin, Fireblade Artist. Yikes. I do want to get a Dead Rebels, but I think I should actually take the Senate Griffin here. I don't think red's very open, TBH. I'm gonna take out these two cards because I think, yeah, here I want to take the Senate Griffin. I'm getting a lot of 4-drops, which is kind of awkward. This is like a pretty good 4-drop. Soarform Hybrid, that's kind of gross. Orzhov Locket, Undercity Scavenger, Gruul Guildgate. Maybe I was supposed to draft Gruul, splash the Rakdos. Do I want Drill Bit or do I want Orzhov Locket? I can actually trigger the... I'm not going to play both of these. Expose the Daylights and probably only play one. I need to get some 3-drops. That's all. Precedent is getting 3-drops. But I don't really want to play this on 3. That's a little bit bad to be playing on 3. Or just take the Locket. Is Drill Bit good in the deck? I don't know, maybe it's like Expose the Daylight, or sorry, Depose, Deploy, Grasping Throw. Grasping Throw is really sick. This card's also very good. I don't think I'm actually going to be wanting to splash blue for this. I think I just snap take the Grasping Throw. Noxious Grudian, I mean, that's an acceptable 3-drop. It's not great. The Wall of Lost Thoughts came back, so did Simic Guildgate. Orzhov Locket. I could have had the mill deck, could have double Wall of Thoughts. Junk Troller, I mean Gruul Guildgate. I don't think I'm gonna play Gruul Guildgate, but I don't think this is actually a Junk Troller deck either. There may be some situations where, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16. There might be some situations where I want to play like a Gruul Guildgate. Bob Mockery on Splash or Blade Brand Bad Trick. I don't know, this card, I could maybe splash it. Watchful Giant's pretty bad. Pick the pretty card because Seb McKinnon art. Nice. Immolation Shaman. So it's a 2-mana 1/3. Whenever an opponent activates an ability of an artifact creature landed in a mana ability, Immolation Shaman deals 1 damage to a creature. So that includes like Adapt, for example, because Adapt is in the mana ability, so it pings your opponents anytime they adapt, or I guess they crack their Locket. There's another Senate Griffin. I'll also Consecrate, Consume. I want Senate Griffin number. I have a lot of 4-drops, which is kind of an issue. I have 4 4-drops right now. Maybe I was supposed to take the other thing earlier. I'm gonna try this card out, the Consecrate Consume, but another Grasping Throw or Watchdog. There's a pack case. Resolute Watchdog, Good Boy, 1 mana, 1/3 Defender. Pay 1, sacrifice Resolute Watchdog, target creature will gain this on turn. Pretty good, just blocking stuff early. Rhythm in the Wild, I can't play that because that's cool, but giving other creatures Riot. And sometimes you actually get people with creature spells you control can't be countered part. And Raid Ceratok, 4 mana, 4/4 with evasion, can't be blocked by creature power 2. Carry on Imp goes with Rakdos because it's an Imp. but I don't actually get either way. There's Law Mage's Binding, which is like a good, that's like a really good removal spell, and then Senna Griffin, another Grasping Throw, and the Rakdos Guildgate. I think I'm gonna take the Grasping Throw, though. Too good to pass up. Orzhov Guildgate, Bladebrand, or Senna Griffin. Here I'm thinking Orzhov Guildgate or Senate Griffin. I still want to get more gates for this Gate Colossus. I don't really want to play Gruul Gate. Just really awkward. How many playables do I have? I mean, I don't really want to play Watchful Giant either. Or the Sphinx of the Guild Pact. So I want to get, like, 5 more playables, I think. I'm probably not playing Macabre Mockery either. I need to get like 5 to 6 more playables, with the caveat that I can bring in some of the really awful cards from the sideboard if I don't make it. I'm just gonna take another Senna Griffin. It's probably greedy Grasping Throw or a Twilight Panther or another Spirit of Spires. I think I should actually take the Twilight Panther, but it's really hard to for me to pass Grasping Throw because I really like that card a lot. But I just like it a lot because I like being win by draining life. You know, Spirit of Spire or the Grasping Throw. That's what I'm thinking about here. How many flyers do I have already? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm probably more likely to get Grasping Throws in the future, I guess. And if I have this many Spirit of Spires, I make all my... I can give my other flying creatures +3 butt power. It's kind of sick. They just block absurdly well. With, I'm gonna take the Spires here. Get the Point, or Orzhov Guildgate, or Noxious Guardian. I don't have actual that much targeted removal, which is why I'm thinking about taking Get the Point. So when it's taking the Orzhov Guildgate or Noxious Guardian, I think I have to take the Point here. Have targeted removal. High Alert. Damn, I guess the meme dream is over. There's also Bladebrand, which is bled, and then there's a Sword Hybrid, which is pretty sick. Like the Bladebrands. Grasping Throw or Orzhov Guildgate. Yikes. It feels like the game is trying to tell me I should probably just take the 2-drop over another Grasping Throw. Because my early game is really bad, and the late game's already pretty good. I do want the Guildgate also, but I think I should take the Plague White here. That kind of hurts. Carnival Carnage or Viscopa Vampire. Maybe I'll just play the Viscopa Vampire and not be like very happy about it. I might play this has the Officer and not be very happy about it. Twilight Panther or Goodest Boy. I don't really need to attack with the Twilight Panther, so maybe like Goodest Boy would be better with all some of these like bigger creatures. Goodest Boy. Drill Bit, Arrest-Zeal, or Bladebrand. I don't really want to play second Bladebrand. I think that's kind of bad. I don't know this is like a deck that really wants a combat trick, though. I'm probably just gonna take the the rest of Zeal and not play it likely. You know, stuff's not coming back, but I wasn't really expecting it to. You know. That was kind of awkward passing double grasping throw because I do feel like I really like grasping throw, but I don't think I guess I'm gonna not I guess I'll main deck one of the expose the daylights. That's probably okay. And then what else do I want to cut from the deck? I have to cut 2 more cards. See, what is like the worst cards in the deck right now? I guess the drill bit's not all that exciting. I could just cut the blade brands. Just run it like this. Yeah, that's probably fine. Like I said, it was a little bit rough passing on the grasping throws, but I think with between the Rakdos, the Showstopper, and the 2 Gate Colossi should be okay. This isn't like an amazing Gate Colossi deck because I only have 4 gates. This is probably going to come out at like 6 or 7, but I don't know. I think the format's slow enough you can get away with that. And maybe I should have actually taken some of the Orzhov Guild Gates that got passed by. Like, I just needed to be a little bit more reasonable and just take the Orzhov Guild Gates. But, guys, I hope that helps you get some idea on how I draft the format, and maybe it'll help you with drafting Ravnica Allegiance on the arena. And anyways, I wish you good luck with your drafts and taking off for now. So, right, goodbye.